grade this morning? Good? All right. So, as I was reading over the gospel lesson for today, I was thinking about books and movies and TV shows, all that kind of stuff. And I was wondering if anybody has a favorite type of book, show, or movie that they particularly like. If anybody has a favorite that they would be willing, like a type of it, that they would be willing to share with us. Spartacus. What type of would that be?
Wow, I found out it was true.
So okay, so you like historical. My mother-in-law loves, she calls it old-timey violence. She said, I don't like that new violence, but I like that sword stuff. Plus Kirk Douglas is wearing on no shirt on, she says. We already had confessions, Sally. Alright. Yeah. Oh, you like animated ones. Okay, like what's an animated one that you like? Rick and Morty. Okay, so animated stories? Mysteries. Alright. Yeah.
Me? Oh, okay. Well, let's see. So, for books, I prefer an adventure type of book, but for TV show, I prefer comedy.
Okay, adventure books, and then comedy shows. All right. Anything else anybody wants to share? Yes, sir.
Star Wars.
Okay, so action or like fantasy. Star Wars is sort of in the future, or actually it's a galaxy far away. Was it a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's in the past. All right, yeah,
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. All right. Fantasy. And there's a ton of different genres and things that we like. All right. And to be honest, I like a lot of these. I mean, there are different times that I want this. Like, oh, I feel like a comedy. Oh, I feel like I want to see one of the superhero movies right now. I want something kind of escapey. All of that. But what I tend to look for whenever I'm looking for a book, a new TV series, or a movie, is I want the writing, the story, to keep me guessing. All right? I want it to have a surprise turn that I didn't see coming. Some of my favorites have been Life of Pi, if anybody has read that or seen that. Fight Club, if anybody has seen that or read that. And Inception was one of my favorites as well. I love those ones because when you get to the end, everything that you thought you knew, everything that you thought you understood, gets turned upside down. And I don't know about you, I don't know if anybody else does this, but after the final plot twist and the book and the show and the movie is over, I often go back and have to reread certain parts. Sometimes I have to watch the whole movie again to see if I can pick up on the trail of hints and clues that leads to the shocking revelation and reversal at the end. Anybody else do this? Anybody else go back after after you watch The Matrix, after you watch Sixth Sense, and be like, oh yeah. I wonder if this is what is going on with our gospel story this morning from John. This is still the Easter season, right? And yet this is the first Sunday that we don't hear an Easter story. We go back in time to Jesus' teachings and miracles before his death and resurrection. And maybe we, the disciples, you and me and the church, is called to reflect on and wrestle with Jesus' words and actions in light of Easter morning. One day, a young guy from our church asked me a simple question. He said, "Pastor, what's the point of Christianity?" So I did what any good pastor does. I stalled. I said, "That's a good question. What do you think?" And the young man answered. He said, "To learn how to get to heaven." Maybe, I guess. So I want you to take a moment for just a second and think about how you might respond to this same question. What is the point of Christianity? And some people might point towards heaven. Some people might point towards the forgiveness of sins. Others might talk about morality and living a good life. And all of these things are important and a part of Christianity, and yet, are they the overall point? I mean, God claims for us eternity and gives us salvation in our baptisms through no work of our own. Jesus pours out his blood for the forgiveness of sin for all people. Salvation and forgiveness are offered free of charge by our Lord and God, grace upon grace. And as far as morality, many religions and many secular organizations, for that matter, seek to instill kindness, generosity, humility, service, and many other fine traits in their followers and members. So again, what is the point of Christianity? What is the mission of the church? This is the question that the disciples were wrestling with in the aftermath of Easter. What now? What do we do now? And so, they and we go back in the story to try and pick up the trail of clues, hints, and lessons that Jesus left us with his words and with his actions. This morning we get Jesus giving an extended example of how he is like the Good Shepherd. This passage is full of powerful statements like that he will protect his followers with his very life. He also talks about how God intimately knows us and cares for each one of us, knowing our names. And yet, maybe for me, the most powerful point comes at the end with a great reversal and a surprising plot twist. Jesus says, I came that they might have life and have it abundantly. In the original Greek, this is written in the present tense. Jesus is concerned about our lives, your lives, our lives, right now, today, and here. This isn't a faith that focuses on getting to heaven, escaping from this world. Our faith, our Easter faith, is about bringing heaven to this world, to our lives here and now. We are called to be kingdom bringers, living into our future now. And what does this abundant life look like? We catch a glimpse of the abundant life in the early church from our first lesson that we heard, from Acts 2. It says that it looks like sharing meals. It looks like praising and praying to God. It looks like giving and meeting people's most basic and deepest needs. And we've seen it here as well at St. Peter's Lutheran. It looks like a small church in southwest Pennsylvania giving almost $20,000 last year to our national church, the ELCA, so that they could do things around the country and around the world, bringing abundant life. Last year, among many projects, you helped to care for over 25,000 South Sudanese who are suffering from drought and civil war. It looks like a diverse group of people with diverse opinions coming together to praise and worship God together. It looks like 9 high schoolers and chaperones giving up a week of their summer to help people in West Virginia recover abundant life after a flood. Abundant life, Easter life, looks different. Jesus didn't rise from the grave to give us more of our old lives. Jesus burst from the tomb to bring us a new and different kind of life. On Easter morning and every morning after, we are invited to put down our lives of selfishness, jealousy, anger, and anything else that reduces or diminishes life for us or for others. We are welcomed into new life with others and for others. So today, how will you live out this abundant life that Jesus has claimed and called you to? Be the person that God created you to be. Be compassionate, be loving, be forgiving. And And when you mess up, and we will, get up again, wash your face, remember your baptism and God's undying love and mercy for you, and ask yourself again, today, how will I live out this abundant life that Jesus has claimed and called me to? Jesus is risen.
He is risen indeed. Hallelujah.
That's not the end, though. We are risen.